Welcome to the Clockwork Lantern Tavern, where the lanterns glow softly, the gears turn gently, and even the quietest mysteries are given time to breathe. Tonight's story begins. The first clue was the shouting. "Stand back, civilians!" The Clockwork Lantern Tavern paused collectively. No one had requested saving. A very small dragon stood on the edge of the bar. Very small. Teacup small. He wore a tiny cape made from what appeared to be a handkerchief corner. It fluttered dramatically, despite the complete absence of wind. "I," he declared, puffing out his chest, "have arrived." The goblin blinked. "You are already here." "I have arrived heroically." The dragon companion leaned closer, fascinated. "You are smaller than my teacup. Size is irrelevant. Courage is colossal." Glint, perched calmly on his stool, observed without interruption. The teacup dragon leapt onto a sugar bowl and pointed toward the hearth. "I sense danger." The hearth burned peacefully. "There is no danger," Tamsin said. "There is always danger," the tiny dragon insisted. "Hidden. Dramatic." He drew a toothpick from his belt like a sword. The goblin whispered, "He's armed." With enthusiasm, Glint replied softly. The tiny dragon marched along the bar's edge, narrating his own movements. "Behold as I patrol. Witness as I assess." He tripped over a spoon, recovered instantly. Intentional roll. The dragon companion tried not to laugh. The tiny dragon pointed toward the ceiling. The lantern flickered suspiciously. It did not. The pipes groaned ominously. They did not. The wizard gnome leaned toward Glint. "Is he unstable?" "He is compensating," Glint said gently. The tiny dragon climbed onto a stack of coasters and faced the room. "You need a guardian, a defender of taverns." The goblin raised a hand. "We have one." He pointed at Glint. The tiny dragon turned slowly. He squinted up at Glint's polished silver-gray scales, steady posture, calm teal eyes. "I am not intimidated," he said. Glint nodded politely. The tiny dragon puffed a microscopic plume of smoke. It vanished immediately. "I shall prove my worth. Present me with peril." The tavern remained inconveniently calm. The dragon companion tilted his head. "Why do you want danger?" The tiny dragon hesitated, only briefly. "Because heroes are forged in fire," he declared. Glint stepped down from his stool. "Heroes," he said softly, "are often forged in patience. That is not dramatic." "No," Glint agreed. The goblin leaned forward. "Have you ever saved anything?" The tiny dragon's wings twitched. "I once chased a dust mote," he admitted. "It was aggressive." Silence. The tiny dragon's cape sagged slightly. "They never call me," he said in a smaller voice. "No one ever needs saving." Tamsin softened. "That's not a bad thing." "It feels like one," he muttered. Glint considered him carefully. Then he glanced toward the far end of the bar. A teacup sat near the edge, too near. The dragon companion's tail had nudged it earlier. It teetered, unnoticed. The tiny dragon followed Glint's gaze. The cup tipped. Just slightly. "Peril!" he gasped. He launched himself from the coasters. For something so small, he moved with impressive speed. He collided with the teacup mid-fall. The cup wobbled, tilted, wobbled again, then settled safely upright. The tavern stared. The tiny dragon lay sprawled beside it, breathing heavily. "The beverage is secure," he wheezed. The dragon companion blinked. "You saved tea." The goblin placed a hand over his heart. "Respectable." Tamsin lifted the cup carefully. "You prevented a spill." The tiny dragon sat up slowly. He looked at the steady lanterns, the calm hearth, the intact tavern. "It was small?" he said quietly. Glint nodded. "So are you. The tiny dragon looked offended, then thoughtful. Small things still matter, Glint added. The tavern hummed warmly around them. No explosions, no tremors, no crisis. The tiny dragon stood taller, an impressive effort given his height. Very well, he declared. I shall guard this establishment. He took position beside the rescued teacup. The dragon companion leaned down. You may guard mine too. The tiny dragon nodded solemnly, and from that evening on, the Clockwork Lantern Tavern had one additional protector. Not large, not terrifying, but fiercely dedicated to preventing very small disasters, and sometimes that was heroism enough. And so the lanterns dimmed, the tea cooled, and the city settled into its patient rhythm once more. If you'd like to return to Gearwing City, there will always be a chair waiting for you. Lanterns lit, stories shared.